coaching this generation's real estate superstars. Harris Real Estate University.
What are your ahas as we talk about these two concepts? Building passive income and success for great people. Yes, sir.
As relating to the different buckets, it's I was thinking as you were running your totals, how much of those buckets are leaking that I have? That I'm just letting money leak right out of, that I'm not capturing the money in those items. I have 4 or 5 different items that I don't focus enough onto that could be generating more money for me. I just focus on my real estate and let the other things just happen.
So can you give me an example of one of them? Like what would one of them be, maybe?
Well, I'm a Keller Williams agent, and
You're not probably bringing anybody into the company?
I'm bringing a few people in,
Yes.
but I don't handle that as a business.
Gotcha.
I handle that as like, well, this would be a good person to have in our office, and I have some influence, so we do that. I know I have a little bit more influence in my town, and I don't assert it and treat it as a business.
Great point. Great point, because by the way, for the first 4 or 5 years, we didn't either, and then a light bulb went off and said, what if I treated it like a business? And I just said, it is a business, and I'm going to treat it like one. Great, and I'm happy to help you. You can call me, and I'll tell you some ideas and things that work for us locally to do that too. But you're exactly right. You may have them already in your pipeline, and you're just not, you're letting, I always call it walking over dollars to get to dimes. It's the easiest thing to do because we want such instant gratification that I have to tell you, most businesses, you know, if most of ours, because we really know what we're doing now, will make money within the first 3 months that we open them. But understand, most businesses, who's ever owned a business before? It could be 12 months or 24 months before you get your money back. So you have to be, you have to understand that the bigger the payoff, sometimes the longer it is. I figured out one time when I first started owning these regions that we own, and this is how one of the ways I was able to stay with Tim and Julie one time when I was up in my regional area, is I realized that for 6 years I funded that out of my pocket with no money coming in, not one nickel. So that's what's hard. As real estate agents, we like to do a deal today and get paid in 30 days. When you start changing that mind shift to get to passive money, it's a little different. It takes a little longer. And what the other thing I think is our big problem is, when I say some of those numbers as opposed to doing $1.5 million in gross commissions, they look like nothing, don't they? I mean, you think 140,000, 70,000, nothing. But what you realize is the effort that I'm having to do to get it, and it's coming in always. That's where the shift has to happen. So you almost have to have a little bit of blind faith about this stuff and just do some of it, and then you'll begin to realize, oh, that's the difference. Yeah, it may be a little bit less than I could go out and do, but it's a lot less effort long term to do this, and so the money continually comes in without a ton of effort. Jim spends 1 hour a week coaching Brad on the telephone, and we got our whole life back to go out and create these other streams of income. And so you've got to be real careful because our mind shift is so used to so much cash flow from real estate sales that we tend to taint our view about things. But that's a great aha. You maybe have 3 or 4 that you're not even focusing on.